Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we have war number 10 of season 25 and OMNI is up against TGGN for the second time this season. I am taking a specific mini-boss this war, so I had to bring Vision and Void for it, just for the synergy. I brought Warlock because, as always, I have an Immortal Abomination on Path 5, the Redoubled Determination path. So, I've got, first up I got this Stealth Spidey on Kinetic Transference. Just gonna parry heavy my way through this fight. He does have willpower, so once I get an infection up, he's gonna start draining power a bit. And pretty much just gonna bait out the SP1s. Yeah, it's a really simple fight. The only real thing to worry about is to make sure your parry sticks. I know sometimes if you mistime it, with the double medium attacks, that can be a little tricky, but whatever. Throw one SP2 and guy goes down. Then next up I have a Gilly 2099 on the Matador node. It's a really interesting fight with Void. You want to get off parry heavy to start the fight to get rid of her Digi-Cloak. And then you want to push her to an SP2 because the SP1 drains power. And then after that, you just want to throw your special one. And then you always want to keep track of her cloak and throw a heavy when it's available. Yeah, this was a pretty fun fight. It's nothing overly complicated, just a pretty standard Void fight. Just let your debuffs do all the work. There I do trigger the Digi-Cloak, but it's alright, I had her pushed to 2 bars of power, so as soon as she throws this, it's good to go again. There, I should have just let the heal kill her, but silly me, I parried her. No big deal though. It was a pretty easy fight. And then next day, going into section 2, I do throw on some smaller boosts, I think. I don't know, I throw on medium boosts for this one. I got this Professor X on the Sadist node. It's an interesting placement, but I mean, as long as you're playing around his falter mechanic, it's really not a big deal. I mean, if you wanted to play super safe, you could just like never intercept him. But yeah, I just wanted to get these fights over with, so I am throwing intercepts. I am at least trying to speed it up. Here you'll notice he has willpower, so he's draining power like crazy. There, I trigger the falter. Going for an FP2. Does okay damage. I mean, the protect is up, and like I said, you can play this fight completely saved. There, I thought my parry stuck, but yeah, you can't be stunned on light attacks. And I stupidly do the same thing again. there I threw my SP2 into his falter. And thankfully, once the falter ran out, he ran back into me. But yeah, that could have been really bad. Anyways, I go and throw in 2 level 4 potions into Warlock. Probably didn't need to. Go ahead and throw on a combat regen. And you guys know how this fight goes. Just gotta get your intercept off, and this fight is GG. And of course he is running willpower, so makes this fight a lot easier. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened. Like, I parried and threw my SB2, and it was like the first few hits like completely whiffed. Thankfully my parry stuck long enough to hit him, because otherwise I would have got punished for it. Yeah, games seem to be acting really weird. Anyways, one more SP2, this fight's over. Less than a minute. Moving on to Mini Boss Island, I have a Vision. And this is a really fun fight. You go on with Void with the OG Vision synergy, so you start with Fear of the Void active. Back off, and let him throw his SB1 as much as possible. And if you play this fight properly, he never touches you. Like, at all. With Aspect of Evolution, he just increases his power gain constantly, and he never has to touch you. You'll see I did parry once at the beginning, but he will never touch me again throughout this entire fight. It's just I don't know, it's really satisfying to have fights like this. But yeah, that does it for my contribution to this war. 5 fights, some pretty interesting matchups, but overall pretty easy. We did end up losing this war, so we're tied 1-1 with the Gamer Noobs. And that brings us to 5-5 on the season. We do have 1 tie, but counts as a loss. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one.